Okay, so a preview of a before and after. Okay, so the original brassiere was in like a nylon print fabric. We're covering it with the chiffon. Now the cut piece of chiffon I've just straight, like almost like a pleated effect. A lot of this has to be hand sewn on because of the shape of the brassiere. Now we're going to attach the piece on that's the sort of covering for the strap, which is this one. That's just a basic standard seam that's going to run across. So what we can actually seam, we're going to seam, and then some of this we're going to hand stitch. Now prior to hand stitching, what I did with this, the first one, was I run like a rough stitch all around the corners. It's almost like a stay stitch. A couple of things that this does. One, it slightly shrinks the fabric and gives it a slightly roundish shape. And secondly, what it does is the turning, when you do the hand turning, it's a lot easier. So generally fabrics, fine fabrics like these are quite difficult to turn, and when you've actually stay stitched these, they're a lot easier to turn. So basically the reason for this stitching is that we just want it to actually keep, make the turning easier all the way around. So once it's shaped like this is the part for the halter neck, and that we're just going to right side fold it over, and we're just going to do like a closing seam and then turn it the right side over. So it's just like a very simple straightforward strap that we're stitching up. So once this is done and this is turned over, it's going to be attached. So we need a needle and thread basically. And now prior to doing this, the other thing we want to do is we want to cover, that's a slightly deep cut, so we're going to cover that slightly bit smaller, lengthier, so that it covers slightly bit more of the depth of the middle of the bust line. I do require a little bit of an additional piece of fabric for that. So I'm going to leave that for the time being. We have to do a lot of hand stitching on that, so we'll come back to that. I'm going to change the thread on the overlocker. Okay, well. Okay, before we do that, we need elastic for the waist, about 22 inches.